Hello and welcome to episode 11 of Let's Hear It. Today is our first episode with mandolins, and by mandolins I mean two of them. We're actually going to compare two mandolins that are owned by Scott Freeman. Scott is a great mandolin and fiddle player from Galax, Virginia. He is the father of Dory Freeman, who we had on a couple weeks ago, and the son-in-law of Willard Gayhart, who was on with Dory. Willard and Dory showed us their Henderson guitars. Today Scott is going to show us his Henderson mandolin and another mandolin that's made by Ken Hooper from Elkin, North Carolina. Ken, I believe, was an apprentice or a protege of Wayne Henderson and learned some stuff from Wayne, and then has gone on to build beautiful guitars and mandolins. Willard Gayhart actually also owns a Ken Hooper guitar. But today we're talking about mandolins, Wayne Henderson mandolin and a Ken Hooper mandolin. And Scott Freeman has a new record out called Mr. Satisfied, a beautiful record of swing tunes, lots of mandolin and fiddle. And hello, Scott Freeman. How are you?
I'm doing good, Gary. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, nice to see you. I'm excited to hear some mandolins today. So tell us about these two mandolins you have, when you got them, what you love about them, and why one works for some things and the other works for other things. And then we'll hear them.
Okay, well, this is my Wayne Henderson F-style. This is one he made for me in 2007. And it's a great mandolin. I had played at his festival. Usually they have a guitar competition, and one year they had a mandolin competition. And I was fortunate enough to win the mandolin competition, and but first place was an Anderson mandolin, which is a fellow that's worked closely with Wayne Henderson for years and learned a lot from Wayne, and I already had Anderson, and so Wayne was nice enough to say, well, let me just make you a mandolin. We'd been talking about it for years, and he got excited and pulled out some wood that I think he got from Maine, from a fiddle maker, and it had been in storage for about 50 years. And he said, I think this will make you a nice back. And I said, well, great. So he started on it, and just about 3 months, I guess it was, I had a nice mandolin.
It looks that way. Beautiful. And then when did you get the Ken Hooper mandolin?
The Ken Hooper mandolin, it's about 3 years old. And he's just a great guitar builder. He's from Elkin, North Carolina, and he's way behind in guitar building. A lot of studio guys and a lot of pickers are really happy to be playing his guitars, and he's getting quite a name built up. He might build a mandolin a year, because he can build probably a couple of D18s in the time it takes to build one of these, because all the carving and all the intricate work on these things. But he's a great builder and a good friend. Well, Wayne is a great friend too, so I'm very lucky there.
Is there any jealousy between those two guys?
No. Wayne has shared his talents and knowledge with a lot of the luthiers in and around this area. Big swath, probably about 100-mile swath. Anybody that builds has probably picked up some lessons from Wayne Henderson, and he's been really great about sharing his knowledge. And so, I mean, he's just a really fine builder and a good guy too.
Nice. Well, tell us about what you hear in the differences of the sound of those two mandolins, and why you prefer one day and the other one the next day.
Yeah, that's the problem with having more than one mandolin, I guess, is you might hear something a little different on one day that you think you like better. But I mean, both are great instruments. This is the Hooper, and I think it has such a great mids and bottom end response. It reminds me of some of the Lloyd Loars that I've got to play over the years, and I remember that sound of some of those and how great they were. And this has a great sound to it. So I really like this mandolin. And the Henderson, it has a great mids on, and it's really mellowed. Maybe the highs are a little. The highs are a little more present on the Henderson. But again, it's just, it's they both record great. They perform great out live. I guess I've been playing the Hooper a little bit more than anything, just because it's just it's something that at the moment I really love to play.
And is there, so if you're playing a particular type of song, does it make much of a difference for you on those two mandolins? Like if you go, oh, I'm going to play a more bluegrass song on the Henderson or an old-timey song on the Hooper, or is it just whichever one you're playing, you can do anything you need to do?
I think for the most part, I mean, seems like a lot of the fiddle tunes that we play around this part of the country that it sounds really good on the Henderson here. So I like a lot of those traditional tunes on this probably. The Hooper probably overall it's just great for any style, and they're like different. Like who's your favorite child?
Yeah.
One of those things. So it's hard.
Well,
to
you
say.
only have one child, so it's always Dory.
That's it.
Well, play us a little example on that Henderson, and then you can play the Hooper. And
Okay.
I'm guessing that both are made out of maple.
Yeah, the back both of them are maple, and this is more kind of fiddleback. You see this striping on this is more fiddleback, I guess you could call it, tiger stripe, and this has a little different kind of a little bit more wild grain in it than the Hooper. And both the tops are red spruce.
Nice.
And the Henderson, the top came from West Virginia, on this mandolin, and the red spruce on this mandolin came out of Asheville, North Carolina, probably Pisgah National Forest somewhere over there. It was, and I think both of them were blow down trees. Where a lot of times they'll call somebody, but you have to go in and manually cut these and haul them out with disrupting anything.
Yeah.
So
Cool. All right. Well,
yeah. So
let's hear them.
I'll play a little on the Henderson here. So that's what Doc Watson tune, Blackberry Rag.
Yeah, that sounds beautiful. All right, let's hear the Hooper, back to back.
Might play a little swinger on this one.
Awesome. Well, they both sound great. So you mentioned Lloyd Loar earlier, and
Yes.
he's the most famous name in mandolin building. He designed that F-style mandolin for Gibson in the 1923 range. I think those ones that he made and signed are worth up to $175,000, I believe.
Yeah, and probably, I don't know, probably 20 years ago they were bringing even more.
Yeah.
I think market got maybe it's a little soft, but yeah, Loar extended the fingerboard, the scale, and he was an acoustic engineer too. So and back then there were mandolin orchestras. A lot of people don't know, but you can look those up. It's kind of neat. So yeah, he did a lot to make it sound the modern day mandolin, like from Bill Monroe to David Grisman. It's this is the mandolin that we all kind of strive to have, and for that great tone.
Do you have any A-style mandolins as well?
I had an A style, a 1912 A Gibson, but there was a fiddle that I really wanted bad not too long ago, so I did a little trading for the fiddle for that one. But it was a good mandolin, but I play these mainly, so it's not that bad of a trade.
We'll definitely be doing a fiddle episode with you down the line as well. I know you've got a few great ones, and I love hearing you play fiddle.
Thank you.
All right, well, thank you, Scott Freeman. Thanks for coming on. Thanks for showing us those mandolins. Take it easy down there in Galax. I know we're all missing the Fiddlers Convention this year, and all the fiddle festivals and music festivals this year that have been canceled. So I do hope to get to see you soon. And we'll post links to your records and obviously the records you've played on with Dory and Willard Gayhart, and hope to catch up soon, man.
All right, thanks, Gary.
All right, take care. All right, well, thanks to Scott Freeman for that display of two amazing sounding mandolins. And I really do miss the music festivals this year. It's really been a bummer. Every year I go down there to Galax, Virginia, to the Old Fiddlers Convention and hang out with Scott and Dory and Willard and tons of other great players. So it's a bummer that it didn't happen this year, and I really hope it's back next year. And that's it for today. Check in a few days from now for the next episode of Let's Hear It.